Hi, Leo. Now I get why you guys are always waiting for your reading, going, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Wow, there's a lot of trash out here. If I have to listen to one more person pretend to know what they're talking about. Ooh. So, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Okay. Did we cut somebody out? Is someone not feeling good about their position in our life? Do we know an earth sign who is going through it? Okay. The Hermit card and the Seven of Cups. Are we going through it because of an earth sign? Someone who's got you real confused. It's coming up first, something to it. Let's see. Also, the Hermit energy. You guys aren't feeling so good, huh? Hiding a little bit? What's going on? You're hurt, but I'm not sure if you're just hurt by circumstance, like you're just looking around at life and going, it's not supposed to be like this, it's supposed to be better than this. But also there is this inflicted pain. Heartsick or just sick? Maybe a little bit of both. Out of commission. Okay. So we spend November out of commission getting it back together. Ten of Swords, Seven of Cups, Four of Cups. All of those cards have one thing in common. Total lack of perspective. You feel like you're dying. You feel like you're dying. No, you're not. You feel like everything is working against you. No, it's not. You feel like it's never going to be better than it was. Yes, it will. Whoever is bringing this, does he or doesn't he, does she or doesn't she energy into your life is really hurting you. It's making you question you. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. We've established a while ago that is the fuckboy energy. The World is what popped out, bottom of the deck. The Lovers, the Six of Wands, there it is again. The Fool and the Ace of Cups. Very nice. You see how quickly things can turn around, Leo? Very nice. And then Five of Wands, Seven of Swords, and the Death card. Scorpio season is going to be good for you. The fire is already raging. The fire that will be Sagittarius season is already raging. Can you feel it? It's on. It's so on. And it's on for you guys too. Yes, it is a painful start. And yes, Scorpio season, especially right now, everything that's going on the next week, yeah, you're going to see a lot. It's going to bring up a lot. How people are acting, what their true intentions were, what they were really saying, who was lying, what they were lying about, what's really going on at work. But then look at this Gemini card. Look at this World card. Look at this Fool card. There's so much good stuff here. And then this ubiquitous Six of Wands that is just going to keep coming up because it is a time of moving forward. It is a time of prosperity. It's a time of connecting, of making a new world for yourself. But first, of course, you know, the cards being very clear that the collapse of the old world happens first. So if you're in the collapse still, even now, even after last season, you're still in the collapse, okay, that's fine. I'll give you the same advice that I gave Sag. I just did their reading and their extended. You guys, the Hermit card is coming up because you need to meditate. What does that mean? I'll put up a guided meditation that you can do, but for now, it's about letting what comes up come up. Don't fight it. Don't analyze it. Look at it and then throw it away. Comes up the next day, look at it and then throw it away. What you'll gain is insight into what is hard for you to let go of. What keeps coming up even though you're throwing it away? Why? What does it say about you? What do you hang on to? You need to learn, because that is the only thing that's going to pull you out of this death energy. I know you don't feel well. I get it. But getting your mind right is only going to help. It can't harm you right now. Especially if you're lovesick. Especially if you've gotten sick because you were depressed. Especially if you feel lethargic and like you are sick even though you're not. You're just feeling so low. I mean, 10 of Swords. Come on. Like something's going on. And then this reversal. And when does the reversal happen? When the cups lessen. So as the feelings lessen, you will start to feel better. Sure, it's sad. Sure, it's going to put you in a little bit of a funk. Everyone goes into a little bit of a funk in Scorpio season. Because, you know, got to get it out. But you move. It's so weird because it happens like this. But you move very quickly into a completely different energy. Like Four of Cups and Six of Wands is so far from each other, right? One is about being stuck and contemplative, but not even really. You're just fooling yourself into thinking it used to be better then. And the Six of Wands doesn't even remember what happened then. It doesn't care. It's so obsessively in love with its own future and where it's going. It doesn't care where it's been. It knows where it's going. It knows that it has, it has a path, right? Let's get them in order. It has a path. It's a beautiful path. I think the cards are slipping because you guys are so excited. Yeah, it's been a minute since we've had like a really positive reading, and the 10 of Swords, like, I'm sure it threw some of you, but you have to work from where you are. And if you need to heal, you need to heal. My hair always does this like expansive thing when I'm doing the Leo readings. It just keeps growing. And then we have the Fool and the Ace of Cups. Get ready for some risk taking. You may at this time come across somebody who just sweeps you off your feet. Or the person you've been interested in finally, kind of out of nowhere, steps up and is like, you want to do this? Or you meet someone out of nowhere that you're like, okay, I'm going to marry that person. It can happen right now. I mean, you'll see. You'll see when we look at it, but it's right there. It's right there. Nothing is right there though if we're going to stay in the, it's just going to keep happening. Just like, it's like almost like it wants me to itch it or something. It can't happen though if you refuse to get up. I'm not trying to be shady. I would just like to point out like facts. Like you need to be in a certain vibe for this very big opportunity to find you this month. And I'm not judging you if you can't be on this vibe. It's okay. But that vibe right there is not going to attract anything except like maybe this and a lot of this, but not really, because Scorpios are the death card, but they don't like being around death. They like being around life. So we need to get back up on the horse here. We need to get back in this game. And with a little perspective, you may also see that who all this was about was just totally not worth it anyway. That person, regardless, irrespective of their sign, how many times have I said it? Trash has no sign. Trash has no sign. But we got to move forward from it. And the confusion is real, and Scorpio season will make it more real. The Four of Cups energy is real. You see, it's just going to keep being different. Okay, that's it. We're going to put you back there. That's it. No more playing. The Four of Cups energy is very real. And that's why the reversal, you know, this Uranus electric energy, when it moves everything. It shifts your world. And that's what's going to happen here. And the only thing then towards the end of November that I would say you have to watch out for is at the end of Scorpio season, you're going to find out some stuff. That's it. You're going to find out some things. I don't think they're love related. I think the love stuff is pretty genuine. But Scorpio season is so tricky because it can be stuff about yourself, it can be stuff about others, it can be stuff that people were really trying to hide from you, but that's not even the real thing. It's why they were trying to hide it from you. It's so complex and so magical. You're just going to have to go with the fact that when the end of Scorpio season rolls around, there's going to be some tempestuous info making its rounds. It could be at work. Very possible it could be at work because there's this urge within you work-wise to move. There's an urge in every way, to be honest, for a new life. And I would suggest a little medicinal movie watching if you don't mind. Joe versus the Volcano is a great one. You are a fire sign, so there's that. But also Joe gets diagnosed. Joe's living a really sad, dreary life. The color choices are really good. And then he finds out that he doesn't have a lot of time to live. And what happens to his life and the journeys he embarks on after that are just so wonderful because it puts in perspective what we do to ourselves and how we are, in fact, completely in control of our own construct. So that is probably something you could learn a little bit from this month because you will have many, many opportunities at this happier life. But not if you're not healed up. Not if you keep opening wounds that are trying to close. Not if you use any new information you get as another sword to use on yourself. You know, when you find this stuff out, you can't blame yourself. Leos do this thing where they'll be like, well, that happened to me because I wasn't enough of this or I wasn't enough of that. Has it ever occurred to you that stuff happens to you because other people are assholes? I'm just wondering. It's like because you guys aren't jerks to people, you're like, but why would that person be a jerk to me? Maybe they're just a jerk. Maybe it has nothing to do with you. Maybe it wouldn't matter if you were more this or less this or more that. Maybe all of that is nonsense. Maybe it is actually the other person's fault and just that they're a douche. Could be. All right, let's look at these cards. We're keeping them short and to the point so you can get what you need. Listen to it over and over if you need to. And keep it together. Because next season for you guys, better, much better. This season, it's about waking up to all the stuff. And then you start to see that really bright light at the end of the tunnel and you're like, huh. And then all of a sudden it'll be Sagittarius season and fire and yay. And you'll be having so much fun and you'll love it. So for now, no getting stuck in the 10 of Swords, even if you feel it. Use the Hermit energy productively. Use it to meditate, not to languish in your own thoughts. 7 of Cups. When you start to find yourself going down that road, Major Arcana Guidance is telling you, meditate. 4 of Cups, that means you're on your way towards something better. You're no longer confused, now you're just being sentimental. I'll say it again, nostalgia is a form of depression. I'm going to keep saying it. I know you love that. But we will move forward because Uranus is going to move us forward and there's not much we can do about it. It wants things to change. It wants you to want to change. It's going to, this whole mechanism is going to give you one more big push with one more eclipse next year. And then that's it. And your world will be redefined by then and a new cycle starts for you. So now finding love, finding peace, or just finding a place outside of hurt becomes the priority, and the universe, inshallah, will deliver for you on it. I feel that. But hang in there. Especially, you guys are so sensitive. It's so like this with you. When you find out that stuff at the end of the month, don't freak. It's Scorpio season doing what Scorpio season does. It has to reveal. It's just what it does. It can't help it. Don't take any of this personal. Just be glad that you saw it. Okay, let's take a look and then we'll go through some of the cards for the extended. If the Six of Wands comes up in one more reading, it's in every reading. All right, I'll see you in a second. Love you. Hi, Leo. As you can see, the first little bit here of November does not define what happens the rest of the year. It's actually how you deal with what happens at the beginning of November internally. If you let it stress you or not, if you let it pull you down or not, or if you're able to glean some insight instead, will determine how much fuel you have for the rest of the ride. The Four of Cups energy will definitely take your fuel. I've said this before, but you know it, but I'll say it again. Nostalgia is a form of depression. It will take the fuel right out of your gas tank for that manifestation car that you would really like to run. This is that car running at full speed. It's everything you want, walking towards everything you want, which will give you more of what you want, which will give you more of what you want, and make you really feel that you are what you want. And then there's love. Between where we are now and where we're going is this stretch of Scorpio season where you will see the truth in a way that only Scorpio can explain, which is by just showing it in all its grossness for whatever it is. If you shy away from Scorpio season and the need to see the real about whatever it is that you need to see it about, if you shy away from this, I don't know if you'll be able to make it here. There's just certain things that now you must see about people around you. Things that I don't think you can really conceive are happening, but they are. In a work situation, you may have been feeling it for a while, like you were being taken from. In a friendship situation, you may have felt for a while like you were being lied to. If a Virgo has hurt you really bad, you know, like I said, they've really confused you. If you're dealing with a Gemini, things are looking very positive, but again, have you gotten to know both sides of them? Because if not, you may run into some issues in Scorpio season where you see more of them and it may seem like deception to you, but to someone who is two-sided, it's normal. I'm not saying it's right. I'm telling you what they're going to say. You want to be prepared for that sort of jolt of reality. Scorpio season likes to sting us with the truth. Okay? So get ready for those stings. Thorns in the paws all season, right? So what do we need to do if we know there's going to be thorns in the paws, but we know we have this beautiful race coming up? We got to be really careful where those thorns are, right? We got to be really careful where those thorns are, so we don't step on any, and even if we do, we take really good care of ourselves so we can run the race without injury and see the truths that Scorpio season really wants us to see. Now, Leo, if you're dealing with a Scorpio, it looks very contentious. You may find that they were lying about something. You guys may fight about it a lot, but I think it has to do with their feelings, and I'm not sure if you can sway them. I would leave this alone. If a Scorpio doesn't feel it, they don't feel it. I don't think there's anything you can do about it. And if they can't stop feeling it, They can't stop feeling it. This is like hitting your head against a brick wall. Don't do it. Lions are very strong, but this isn't strength. This is another type of, this is like mystical stubbornness, and you'll get your heart hurt. Careful. Because if they're not all the way into it, this is why they're behaving like this, and if they were all the way into it, they wouldn't behave like this. So there's your answer. All right, Leo, I'll see you. Where are the cards for your... Oh, they're over here. Hold on, let me show you the bottom of the deck here. Sorry about that. All right, bottom of the deck. Let's mini look at the extended Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. All right, Leo, I love you. I'll see you in a minute.